All right, what's up, y'all? This video is going to be short. The main reason why is because there is no big news events coming out this week. The only one that you got to be worried about is the Swiss franc, which is coming out on Tuesday. Or no, I think it's Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday. It's coming out with. Let me see real quick. Thursday, it's coming out with their interest rates. That's it. Other than that, I really didn't see any newsworthy events. So outside the typical market manipulation, I don't think we have a lot to worry about. So anyway, let's get on with it. AUD, I don't see much of nothing. It's in the downtrend. So if there's a short pullback, I would keep an eye using the ocean wave system instead for potentially riding the trend maybe further down, but I would expect a pullback first. See this gap in between here? That's way too big of a gap, so I wouldn't hop in too quick. If there's a pullback to it, to the main wave, then at that point, possibly ride it down further, okay? Let's get back to the other charts, but outside of that, I don't see anything. In fact, I'm expecting it to do a bounce this week because a lot of these had dropped very harshly over the week. And now I'm expecting that there may be a pullback. So, if anything, I would prefer buying a pullback at this point on AUD, AUD, USD. All right, let's go to AUD, NZD. This thing has been shooting up like a straight up rocket, and it's hard to call tops and bottoms on this. So, look at this from the daily. You can see this used to be the respected level right here. That was the respected level, and it broke right on through there. The NZD has had problems. It's getting very, very weak, and so therefore it's hard to gauge when that weakness will be over. I do think possibly this week, since there's no more news influence, that it will, calm itself down. And if that's the case, taking a nibble shot at this AUD NZD for a sell might not be a bad idea. Okay, might not. I say might not. Okay, the all-time high is up here, which is at let me see, it's 1.14922. 1.14922. So if this thing is trying to do a retest on the all-time highs, it got a good long way to go. But so this is in no man's land. You can take a nibble and it may reverse and get a nice catch, but we'll see. Now, my daily dot says this is the daily level. And once it hit these levels, you see it tends to respect the daily level. So this may be a good opportunity. Okay, may be a good opportunity. All right, next, that one is already dropped. I don't see anything worthy. That one is heading in a downtrend. So if anything, I would ride the wave down. As you can see, this thing was in a nice upward trend. This is AUD JPY. Now it's in a downtrend. So again, this would be a good time to pull out and dust off the old ocean wave system. Put that thing on the 30-30, and right there, you can see opportunity is knocking at the door, saying further down, okay? Because when it was on that upward wave, woo! So now look at there. It's saying down, 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 baby. Down, down, down. You can also wait for the 1 hour and see if you get an arrow. It's in the neutral zone. But once you get that 1 hour arrow, you can also drop it. 15 minute is already showing to the downside. So again, I am personally in some trades since last week, and I'm going to hold them to the downside on AUD JPY. All right. So that's that. That's the long-term trend on it. It's heading downwards now. So I'm looking for a nice downward move here. And you can see just drawing the trend line, wop, 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 to the downwards we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Now it may bounce back up and do a retest. They all tend to do that before it continues back down. But overall, for the week, I would be looking for a downtrend. That one, I don't see anything pretty. This one here, let's go out to the daily. And this is what I do like. I do like that it's hitting the same level right here that it's hit before. Okay. The same level on the daily. Okay, right here, it hit it again, right there, hit it, and hit it again right there. So this might not be a bad opportunity. This is probably going to shoot back up and retest first before it drops. But sometime this week, I would be looking for a sell position on on Euro NZD. Euro NZD. Again, another NZD pair. All right, this one, ugly, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, unless it does a pullback. If it does a pullback for a breather, then yeah, that'd be okay. That one dropped very, very nicely, so nothing there. I had hit like a slot machine on this one, caught that thing way up at the top, got it on the drop, and cashed out. Yeah, man, out of here. Nothing there. GBP NZD, this may shoot back up and try to retest this level, and if so, possibly. So the NZD so far looks like the one that I'm hoping for. Now this one here would be beautiful if it comes back down and retests right back into this supply zone right here. I'm sorry, demand zone. If it retests back into this demand zone right around the 2035.80, 2035.80 area, if it pulls back and retests this, oh, that would be gorgeous for a slapper. Ooh, that would be gorgeous for a slapper. GBP AUD for a buy. All right, nothing there, nothing there. Let's see, that one dropped heavy, heavy-handed. It got heavy-handed. Yeah, that thing dropped. Ooh, heavy-handed. Oh, yeah. That was nice. I was in that trade. Ooh. All righty. See this is another NC. This one I'm saying about the NZD. NZD is going to be my focus this week because as you can see, price action dropped dramatically and it fell all the way into the demand zone right here. You can see my little demand zone. This comes with my sexy analyst system, the supply zone, demand zones. You can change these colors to different colors if you want. Let me see if I can do that for you guys real quick. Right here. See the supply and demand zone? You can turn it on and off. So if I want my demand zone to be different, or my supply zone, whatever you call them, I think I got them backwards, but y'all get the point. All right, so I'm gonna make this one like yellow, okay? And then click OK. And there you go. See? So I made it yellow. So you can see price action dropped all the way into my demand zone. So therefore, it's retesting a strong level down here. I think it could push a little bit more because, again, guys, to be honest, I have no idea why it's so weak. Normally, I'm good at news, but I have no idea why the NZD hits dropped it so dramatically. Maybe I missed some news event or something on it, but whatever. All I do know, when it dropped this hard and hit into this demand zone, it scuttled around, and shot out of there like a fire rocket. So me, I'm looking for a buy in this area. I'm going to wait for a 15-minute arrow to come out on the simplicity to say it's ready to go. I'm not going to hop right in right away, but I am going to be looking for opportunities for a buy on the NZD CAD this week. I'm not a big fan of the Swiss pairs, and again, they have news coming out, so I'm ignoring that one. Let's look at NU. All right, NU probably will still drop deeper into this demand zone and then pop. So I'm not looking for that one, and that one I'm not looking for. So NZD CAD would be my target this week on that one. Let's keep jumping around. Nothing there, nothing there. A lot of these guys, to be honest with you, they had a terrible, terrible time in the markets. And so therefore, and look at gold. Gold is popping back up. Now, here's the interesting part about gold. I don't really know what gold is going to do if it can, because it's an emotional currency. So it's hard to gauge and say, okay, yeah, this is going to reverse right here, and this is going to do this, and this is going to do that. Because what happens is when people panic, they tend to just jump right into gold. Okay, so it's a panicky currency. So it depends on how people feel. So this thing could, retest this level right here and then turn around and drop because you see it's in a huge upward swing. Why? Because the markets are nervous about all this junk going on around the world. So therefore, all the investors are hopping right on in, boom, 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 and boom, 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 boom. So is this possibly the top? I couldn't tell you, and I wouldn't want to be the person to tell you, oh, yeah, this is the top. This is the weekly, and you can see this thing has been on a nonstop move. So everybody who kept calling the tops, every single level, 50% retracement, nope. 38.2 Fibonacci, nope. Right here at the 23.6, okay, it can't go any higher. Nope. Look at there. Cluster right here. Nope. Higher we go. So again, I don't want to be the person to try to say, hey, guys, this is the top and this is going to drop. I'm just not. I'm not trading gold right now. I'm just being honest with you guys. It has no rhythm, no rhyme. It's just all emotions. And it's hard to trade emotions right now. So if anything, guys, I would say right here, I would be a buyer all the way up until it retests up into this area. That's all I can tell you. Let's check on the Ocean Wave. Now, the Ocean Wave is an excellent trading system for trading gold. I will tell you that. So looking at this, let's pump it out. a little bit further and see what the story tells. Now, when I'm trading gold, if I am going to trade gold, it'll be off the 1 hour time frame on using the ocean wave. You can clearly see why, because the data that I get from the ocean wave, it's telling me exactly what I need to know. So what it looks like currently, which is what I was telling y'all, what it looks like is that it has now, let me pull this down so you guys can see it. You see the main wave? It looks like it then pulled all the way back and it's bounced off of the main wave, and now it's pushing possibly back to the upside. So again, if anything, if you're going to trade gold, use the ocean wave because it calls it not low body spits. Look, it called it all the way back here. All the way back here, it called out the buy trade using a 1 hour time frame, okay, for to handle the volatility that happens in between the market, but still staying in rhythm. So as you can see, all the way since August 25th, and we are in almost a month now. So the ocean wave has consistently called it in the right direction the entire time. So why fight the trend? Okay, I'm just saying, this is telling you that it's in a buy. Okay, hold on one second. That's in the buy. The MACD is telling you still it's in the buy. It did a temporary dip back, but it looks like it's going to curve back up. So everything about this is saying buy, 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 buy. So as far as trying to call tops on it, I'm not going to do it. Okay. All right, you guys. That's all I have for you this week. So just going to be a short video because again, we don't have been any news events worthy of taking a look at other than the Swiss franc having the CHF, or y'all call it the chief. The chief. I heard that chief CHF. Chief or sheaf or whatever you want to call it. Okay, this one right here, CHF. Okay, CHF. The CHF, which is the Swiss franc, has interest rates coming out on Thursday. Outside of that, I really didn't see much news. So again, I think we're in the clear on news. Okay, you guys, if you have any questions, shoot us an email to superezforex@gmail.com. And of course, you can always go to our website if you want to get copied on our trades, go to the copycat on superezforex.com. If you want to join our live futures session, which during the New York session, we are with Miss Jenny live trading the futures market during the New York session. If you want to receive my personal alerts, because we started a new service for the agent session people, because a lot of you guys, I know you getting off work, couldn't handle, staying home at night, getting off at work, and then trying to deal with the kids and all these kind of things, and then trade live with me in the agent session. So what I did was I created a private Telegram channel to which when I take trades, and they can happen anytime. It doesn't even have to happen during the agent session. It can happen during New York. It can happen during London, whatever. I will send you out my personal alerts. And if you want to do that, go to futurix.com. All right, let me pull up these websites because I know somebody going, okay, what are you saying? All of these are on my Super Easy Forex website, okay? So let me pull that up for you. Let me get it for you. I already know you're going to ask about it. So here it is, all right? So if you want to go to our live futures, go right there. And then you'll see there's two options that you can use to sign up. One, this is to New York, and you'll be trading live with Miss Jenny scalping. If you want to receive day trades and swing trades, then that's the Asian session. You sign up with me, and you'll be invited to my personal Telegram channel. Once you sign up, just send me an email to superezforex@gmail.com. Let me know you signed up. And then you go from there. All right. Now, if you want to be part of the copycat group, you're going to hover right there, click on this yellow box. It's going to take you right to the copycat website. And you can click on join. And we have all these various packages if you want to be copied on oil and silver, Forex, indices, gold, whatever you want to be copied on. We have packages for you. And if you want to see how the copycat system works, you just play this video right here. So a little short clip video. You'll see me take a trade over here. This will be your account over here. And you'll see when I trade on my account, it popped up over here. When I close it out over here, it closed out on yours. And as simple as that. It'll take minutes to set up, okay? If you want my simplicity system and simplicity and sexy analyst combo, which you always see me using on my charts, then simplicity is right here. Sexy analyst is right there. If you want the ocean wave, it's right there. If you want the easy scanner, it's right. Everything is right here on your site. And why do we have so many variations? Because Some people trade differently, and so they don't want to trade trends. They like reversals. You got other people who want to trade supply and demand zones. That's where this comes in. Some people want to trade reversals, which is what I like to do. Okay. Because the risk is smaller, but the rewards are huge when you get it on a run. So therefore, the sexy analyst and the simplicity system combo is what I do. So it's totally up to you guys what you want to do. Okay. Peace and hair grease. I'm going to head out on the date. Thank you very much for watching the video.